On August 30th, 2023, a 12-year-old boy climbed out of a window in Ivins, Utah, starving, wounded, and wrapped in duct tape. He knocked on a neighbor's door and asked for food and water, triggering one of the most disturbing child abuse cases in recent memory. The home he escaped from belonged to Jodi Hildebrandt, a licensed therapist turned life coach who convinced his mother, YouTube parenting influencer Ruby Franke, that he was possessed by evil spirits and needed brutal punishment to repent. Born in 1969, Hildebrandt built a career as a clinical mental health counselor in Utah. She presented herself as a spiritual guide and expert on family dynamics, eventually partnering with Ruby Franke around 2019. Franke had amassed a large following on YouTube for her parenting vlogs. Together, they launched a channel called Connections in 2022 and an Instagram account, Moms of Truth, where they sold parenting classes and advice. What viewers did not know was that Hildebrandt had already been sanctioned by licensing boards for breaking client confidentiality. To avoid stricter oversight, she rebranded as a life coach, a title with almost no regulation, and kept charging high fees while operating outside the ethical rules that bind licensed therapists. Prosecutors revealed that Hildebrandt convinced Franke some of her children were spiritually corrupted. The punishment she prescribed was extreme: starvation, forced labor, physical beatings, and restraint with duct tape. The abuse escalated in Hildebrandt's home, kept hidden from public view until that summer morning when the boy escaped. When police arrived, they found another child in similar condition. Both women were arrested immediately. The Santa Clara Ivins Public Safety Department charged Hildebrandt and Franke each with 6 counts of aggravated child abuse. They were held without bail. By early 2024, both entered guilty pleas. Hildebrandt admitted to 4 counts. On February 20th, 2024, she was sentenced to 4 consecutive 1 to 15-year terms, a potential 4 to 30 years in prison, the maximum allowed under Utah law. YouTube banned both women from the platform. On May 10, 2024, Utah's Division of Professional Licensing permanently revoked Hildebrandt's counseling license. Kevin Franke, the children's father, filed a civil suit for emotional distress and negligence. Other victims launched a racketeering lawsuit, alleging Hildebrandt and Franke ran a scheme to sell fraudulent services that encouraged illegal abuse. According to the Netflix documentary Evil Influencer, the Jodi Hildebrandt story, released in 2025, Hildebrandt reportedly continued her pattern even in prison, forming groups among inmates and offering unsolicited counseling. This case exposed how easily someone can dodge professional accountability by adopting an unregulated title, how religious language can be twisted to justify cruelty, and how influencer platforms can amplify dangerous authority unchecked. A large following is not the same as expertise, and real regulation exists to protect the vulnerable. If this case kept you thinking, subscribe to True Crime News. Each week we break down how real investigations unfold, step by step.